Good morning, Flosstube world. Today we are coming from very cold, snowy New York area. We are the stitching duo. I'm Mom and I'm Shelly.
I'm the son. I'm Michael.
So good morning, everybody. If you live out this way, we got a lovely little storm on Thursday with some sleet, which was terrible, like 2 hours worth of sleet. Um, It looks like we're gonna get some more snow. So send us some like warm weather, please, because
We got
winter
some
time
flurries
is just the
yesterday.
best. Yeah. So Michael in Indiana, he didn't get much, but we got our storm, I think, down from Canada, and that's what the one coming this week's gonna be like too. We're gonna come from Canada um and then my husband and I are traveling the end of next week up to Michigan for Christmas. So I'm really hoping we can dodge some of that snow or maybe go a day early, do something because we have to drive up and around Cleveland and Erie, PA, and that always is kind of rough during the winter time.
Nasty.
So we're gonna have to kind of gauge that. So that's going to be a little interesting drive. But we're so glad that you're with us today. We're really happy. We've gotten some comments over the last 2 weeks, which we really, really appreciate all of your kind words,
Yes, we thank
helping
you.
us through this little journey that we're on. Michael and I are having a great time, and we text back and
Oh
forth,
yeah.
and our projects and what are you doing today and what did you work on and just getting ready for today. So we're super excited that some we have some new subscribers, and one of my friends from the Embroiders Guild has joined us, Joan. So I wanted just to call you out and say thanks. um, she has moved from our area, but it's super exciting that she's going to join us too. We wanted to first just let you know that our next video, we're going to be going 3 weeks instead of two, just because of the holidays and we're out of town and people are out of town, things going on. And Michael's in retail, so he's super, super busy. So we are going to start back up January 6th. And that first video is going to be my whip parade, which I'm super excited about. So that should be really fun. And then the following video will be Michael's whip parade. And then we'll also have our WIPGO numbers by then. It's just going to be such a fun, fun, fun time. I'm really looking
We
forward to 2023. So we should have a really, really good time. So we wanted to start. We have like a new segment to our Flosstube question and answers. We got a couple this past 2 weeks, and so we wanted to answer a couple of them. One first is about Michael's group that he has just started for the male stitchers. Do you want to talk about that?
yeah, so around the time we started floss tubing, I decided I wanted to start my own stitching group. I know I know there's a lot of different groups out there, on Facebook and all that. But a lot of times they're just a, you know, group that just kind of has everybody. But I know that, but when I did some looking, there's not a lot of groups for guys. Um,
Mhm.
so I just wanted to kind of make a group that just us guys could be in and just encourage, update, and just be able to enjoy and shout out our cross stitching without anybody you know, judging or uh, saying, "Oh, you're a guy, you can't do that," and
Mhm.
we can just have a blast with it.
Yep. So what is the name of the group?
So the name of the group is the Great Men of Stitching.
Great. So we
So
do have someone interested, so I'm hoping that he will start getting some guys in that group. I think that would be great. That's awesome.
yeah,
So the other question we got when I was at StitchCon, one of my table mates has asked if Michael is going to come to StitchCon anytime soon. I say, yes, I'm
plan
working
on it.
on it. I am hoping that he will come to 2024. Um, Obviously, 23 is already booked, but yes, I would love to have him and even our daughter-in-law, Kayla, come. So, yeah, so I'm going to try to push. So, y'all help me, okay, in the comments. help me push that we're going to hopefully get him into 2024. And again, we just wanted to thank you for all the wonderful comments that we got. Um, I did get a comment regarding I was working on Stitching with the Housewives calendar crates for November, which had like some cranberries and stuff in it. And I was asked about the count and over 1/2, and it's the 14 count chalkboard black Ada that came with the kit. Because when I originally got that series, I did the Fat Quarter Shop subscription. So, like every month for the 12 months, I got the fabric, the threads, and the pattern, as a kit. I know a lot of people already probably have them done because I'm behind. I use that. I use my calendar crates for a lot of traveling because it is Ada and it's easy to stitch, and I can stitch in the car. I can stitch at a doctor's office. So those aren't going quite as fast as some of my other projects. But and then it's Ada, so I use two threads over one. And so hopefully I will get some more of those done on my trip next week. Because that's like another 10 hours in the car. Although I will be help driving, but I do stitch in the car. I need something to do. I can't just sit there. So it kind of makes me crazy. So those were our question and answers. So again, thank you so, so much.
Like
So now
like
we will
last
go
video,
into, yes,
like last video, I told you you only can look out the window for so long.
right. Yeah. I just get bored and I don't read. I'm not a big reader, so I don't read in the car. Yeah. So I just, I stitch a little bit as we go along. So, um, so we're going to move to our next segment as what have we been stitching and since we saw you all last. So I'm gonna let Michael start with his. And so what have you been stitching the last 2 weeks?
So I finished Love is Kind. As everyone knows, I'm doing it as a gift. Um, so it is complete and it has
It's an
turned out
FFO too.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
technically an
beautiful.
FFO.
Absolutely beautiful.
Um, I just haven't put it in the frame yet. Um, so once I do, I'll take a picture of it and I'll add it to either
Hmm.
this video end of this video or into the next video so people can see it.
Right. Yeah, and the
Um,
back stitch is what really made it come to life. It's really beautiful. I think they'll really
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Yep.
And then I've been started working on this one, oops, for my mother-in-law. And it
Hmm.
has if you go back, I think 2 videos, you'll see, or maybe three. I think it was I think it was
Yeah.
Starttober part
I
two.
agree. Hmm.
Um, you'll see where I was and where I am now.
Hmm.
I'm blasting through this thing. It
Yeah,
is going
you really
quick.
are. Hmm. And the
Um,
colors are beautiful. I mean, they're really
oh
beautiful
yeah,
on that fabric.
yeah. And I thought with this one, with the amount of back stitches on it and the amount of dual color stitching that I've had to do, I thought it would take me longer. But it's actually going really quick. Um, luckily, a lot of the greens up here and some of the darker colors down here, they're all half stitches. So they're going that helps it kind of go a little quicker too. But yeah, I'm loving how this one's turning out.
Right. It's really pretty. I love it on that fabric. That's really, really pretty. So I just have a couple. Because it's been kind of busy. We're at year end at work, so things are a little crazy for me too. So um I one thing though that I did finish during the last 2 weeks from Sambry Stitches, she did the Elizabeth Elridge pattern, the reproduction, which was this one right here. And I use the mistletoe threads from Color and Cotton. I also use the Ophelia Color and Cotton fabric. So, can you see it?
I love that. I love the color of that thread.
So this was
It turned out
the
so good.
yeah. So it's just beautiful. It's really long for me to kind of get all of it in there. But yeah, so it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I finished that. And then I went back to last night, I went back to Lady Justice with Mirabilia because I would really like to get this one done, which is this right here. So I'm kind of like up here on her dress area right here. And so this is where I'm at with her. The green, I was working on the green last night. So I'm going to work on this one, I
That's really
think,
turning
through
out good.
Christmas. Yep. Whoops, I think I lost my light. Okay. And then, so then have you all ever started something and restarted something and you're still off on the border? That's me, yes. So I'm not sure what I did wrong, but I
That used to be
restarted
me.
my,
I'd have to restart a project like 5 times.
yeah, this, I'm really struggling with this sampler and I'm not sure why. So it's a Teresa Kogut, The Land That I Love. So here's this one. I'm sorry for the glare. So I absolutely love this. So I first started on 36 count and I made a huge mistake. So, okay, fine. So then I decided to go to 20 count Ada to see if this would help me. I'm not sure. So I decided to work on the border. So I've worked on the border and here's my piece that I've been working on the border. And do you see the problem right here at the very bottom? Do you see that problem?
Um,
It's not matching. So I had to go back
yeah.
and figure out where I'm off. I was so careful. I kept counting and recounting and making sure I was doing okay. So I might just now go right into the center and do as the center
Do
start.
you know your numbers?
Yes, I do know how to count. Thank you. So I'm gonna get you for that. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. So I have to go back and I'm going to work on that one in a little while, and that's on my WIPGO. So I will I will work on it. But that one is on 20 count Fortnite fabric. They're intense. And I love it. Their fabric is so soft, which is, because Ada can be really stiff, but that's super soft fabric. So I'm gonna go back and figure out. I'm like off two lines, or two rows, and I'm just not sure. I might be maybe the corner. I may not have counted right or something, or I'm not sure. So we'll figure it out. I'll get it straightened out. It'll be okay. So, new starts. I don't think either of us had a new start besides the border that I redid.
I'm
Um,
just
and
trying to get this last gift done in time.
yeah. Well, you
Which
can
I which
always wrap what you have done and then take it back.
yeah.
Just, explain to her it's not fully done or wrap the picture of the pattern. Wrap the picture and let her know you're working on it. And it might be another month before you get it to her. So I've done that. I did that with your grandmother, my mom. I did that one time. So she was okay. She was okay with it. So that was good. Um, so super excited. I also got a piece of mail from another floss tuber from Pam and stuff. It Just Keep Stitching. They send out postcards. So I just wanted to share their postcard today on our channel. They're just such a sweet mom and daughter group. And I've been lucky enough to meet them a couple times. I went to Keepsakes 2 summers ago. We were on our way to a wedding and got to meet them there and chat with Pam and then well, of course at StitchCon. So
And we're and
so
and and we're gonna
their
start
card,
calling this segment "You've Got Mail."
yeah, you've got me. Also, here's Pam and stuff. So super, super cute. So thank you so much, Pam and stuff, for your card. Um, so yeah, so we're starting up a couple new segments and we've got some new ideas for next year. So we're super excited for next year. So we hope that you all continue to follow us and help encourage us as we go along.
Yep.
Um, so we have Paul. I have Paul. Michael, do you have Paul?
I do not.
You do not. I have a couple surprise hauls actually. A friend of, well, one of my coworkers at my office, a friend of hers had given her some stitching kits because I guess the mom didn't stitch anymore. Something family wise was happening. So she asked if I'd be interested in this kit, and it's absolutely adorable because it has a cat in it. So I'm all for that. So it's a dimensions kit, and it's called Charming. And isn't he cute?
He is
I
cute.
thought it was adorable. And it comes with everything, all the threads and it already sorted and everything. So I thought that was super sweet that she gave that to me. And then Pam with Just Keep Stitching had a D-stash sale. And I'm sorry that my light keeps going in and out. So I picked up a couple things from her that were really cute. When she was stitching the summer house when she was stitching Summer House Stitchworks, the Winter Wonderland, I thought it was so cute, and I'm so glad that she put it on her D stash and I was able to get it. So it's this one right here. So I just need to order some charms. Isn't that cute?
It's
Just a
cute.
cute little something out for winter time. And then I got the Eliza Guy sampler as well, which I just really love the earth tone colors. They're just really, really pretty. Be pretty for the fall. And then from Adam and Eve, this is the Adam and Eve sampler from the Historical Sampler Company. And these
Ooh,
colors I loved
I
as
like
well,
that
like nice
border.
fall. Yeah, like nice fall colors. They're really, really cute. So I did that. Um, and then since I'm working on my Mirabilias, I wanted a new bead case. So I got with Garon Stitchery and I got their new bead cases. So this one's black and it comes with a magnet, which is a super cool idea for the needle. And then I got a piece of 18 count color and cotton fabric called Harbor Fog. Isn't that pretty? Just a
I like
different,
that.
yeah. So I really like that. I really love the color and cotton. So those are my couple little pieces I got in the last 2 weeks. And I
Nice.
did get another set of Q snaps, 11 by 11, but they're over there on another project. So yeah, and then while I'm home, I plan to go to our local the Stitching Well, which is our local LMS back in Michigan, and see if they have any goodies. I'm hoping they're open the week that I'm home. I know a lot of things are closed usually between Christmas and New Year's, so hopefully I can get up there and just see what she's got in the shop. I always enjoy visiting
Yeah.
her. Um, so there's some fun stuff coming up in the Stitchy world. Kia B and Pam are doing the 12 by 12 for New Year's Eve. We finalized our WIPGO boards, which is really fun. Boards, I said boards because I have two. That's why. um, so Kia B, I was been catching up with her. She's back on Flosstube and the 12 by 12. Um, there's two teams. You can be Team New Start or you can be Team Whip. So I thought, I'm going to do the new starts. And then I thought, no, I really don't need 12 new projects in my whip rotation. So I'm going to be Team Whip, which I think is what Pam is doing. And Michael's going to be Team Whip as well. We're going to try. I get back on Friday from Michigan, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do all 12 hours, but I'm going to try to do as many as I can and work on some whips and put at
Yeah,
least a few more
I'm
stitches
the same.
in 10 or 12 new whips.
I got some stuff going on that day, so um I'm gonna do it as I can and post my stuff
Mm.
on Instagram each hour what I'm working on. I'm gonna rotate a few projects. So if you guys want to follow along, you can see us on there.
Right. And then if you have any questions about how it works, go out and see Kia B's floss tube. And then Pam and Steph also talked about it on their last floss tube. So I'm excited. I'm going to post on Instagram and just of what I can as well, because it just depends on I'm hoping I can get most of the day in. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do some whips, try to get a few more stitches in, like, especially some of my huge projects. That would be really fun. or maybe a project or two that's really close to the end. I can get a few stitches in and maybe get that finished. Um, so that's our WIP. So that's what we're going to do for the 12 by 12 for New Year's Eve. Then WIPGO 2023. Everybody, a lot of people have been putting out all their new boards for 2023. I'm going to do that today. Go post mine today. Michael's going to add ours to the end of the video, I believe.
No.
So you,
Um, so what we're gonna do is we're going to say my board right here. So I'm gonna add my board right there on this video.
and then I should say, my board will be right. Board will be right here. There
Um,
we go.
and
They're
you'll see,
there.
and yeah, they'll be in there. Um, so yes, so um, that way you can see what our boards look like,
Mhm.
and that way, as we're talking about them, you know what we're talking about.
Right. So, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I will go first.
Okay, great.
Um,
Michael's whips are so much smaller than
so, so board. Um, so I am going to be kind of doing like a rotation kind of thing.
mine.
Um, I'm gonna start like the beginning numbers of mine are gonna be like 5 days on each of my projects.
Yep.
Um, and then toward like the bigger numbers, I'll have like 10, 15 days on a project. Um, and then I have a couple of starts added in there too. So, um, I'm starting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm starting four projects on my WIPGO board.
Oh,
So,
nice. And are you going to show those during your whip parade, your new starts for
um,
Whip Go?
I'll probably show pictures,
Okay.
because a handful of them um, ones that I generated online. So I'll show a paper picture of them. And I think two of them are kits. So
Great. Okay.
yeah.
Perfect.
If I haven't started them yet, I'll at least show them as possible starts for 2023.
Okay. Perfect.
So
All right, great. So I have all whips on mine. A lot of big projects. There's two huge ones that I have had in my stash for a few years now, at least 4, 5 years. Um, and one of them is the 12 Days of Christmas by Jim Shore, which has buttons and beads, and it's beautiful, but I'm barely on block one. And then Spooktown by Glendon Place, that's one I really want to do. I have a couple EGA projects on here. Um, and also a couple Mirabilias and Teresa Kogets. So I'll show all those during my whip parade as well and let you know. But I also added, I made a second board and I'm kind of like the two boards, I really mixed them up good. A little bit of stitching, a little bit of finishing, a little bit of sewing quilting on mine as well, just to help me incorporate all the things that I'm plus the sewing and quilting I'm learning. So to kind of incorporate it all so I can make
and
time
actually have
for
reachable
everything.
goals.
I do have reachable goals this time. If y'all know me, it was not reachable this for 2022. I made just ridiculous goals. I thought I would be able to do these huge goals. No, didn't work out. So now I have goals of a couple things like the
No,
12
no,
days.
she kept texting me and complaining about how she wasn't going to hit those goals.
Like I can't do it. So I made things much more. So like Lady Justice, I'd really like to finish next year. So I have 15 days to a finish and I have it on here twice. So I can work only 15 days and I decided 30 minutes to an hour is a day. because of my, I work during the days and I stitch at night usually for at least 2 hours-ish or so. So I just want to try to, um, yeah, so I did more things and I did some things like the Kringles cross stitch that I've started. I'm going to do like 10 hours for that month. So I'm hoping, so I'm going to have like 4 projects a month, but it's going to be much more obtainable by just a few hours and a few days. And I'm still going to make progress. Probably do more stitching on the weekends, especially in the winter time. But so yeah, so I'm really hoping that I do much better this year and much more obtainable goals. And a couple projects I have on here only need a few little things, like the well hello months from hands-on design. I just need to attach the buttons. So that one would be, pretty simple to meet my goal. So yeah. So I'm excited. So we'll get those up. Michael will edit that for us, and then during our whip parades we'll talk more about that.
Just a reminder to everybody, I'm going to be doing a little challenge to myself. I'm going to shoot for 75,000 stitches next year. So I did some calculations. That is 6,250 stitches a month.
Hmm. It's doable.
So,
It's about what I do
um,
or
I'm
more.
going I'm going to have my needle on fire because I usually average about 5,000. Um,
Right.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small, probably minute-long video once a week. I'm gonna get on here. I'm not gonna do any special editing or anything. I'm just gonna do a quick do a quick video, go,
Yeah.
hey, this is where I'm at week 1, week 2, week 3.
Hmm.
This is where I'm at out of the stitches. Um,
Yeah.
and then I thought at the end of each month I will show what all I've worked on for the 75,000 stitches so everyone can
Hmm.
kind of see progress from month to month. And then hopefully at the end of the year, you'll see me hit 75,000.
Hmm. So I know some people are probably cringing at the thought of counting stitches. I know there's a lot of people that don't count. I've been counting for a few years now. We belong to a group on Facebook and they do like these little challenges. And I find it's not too hard to count really as I do a little bit. And because
Hmm.
I copy my patterns at home. So I have a working copy and I highlight as I go. And then as I highlight a few, I just write it down real quick. But it's been fun. Just it's amazing. You don't realize like how much, how many stitches you make in a year. It's really
Like
cool
like
to figure that
I
out.
got back into I got back into stitching back in June. Um, and if anyone follows or is in the groups with us for Grand Stitchery
Mhm.
or the Ultimate Stitching group, I posted my that I broke 25,000. Um, so
Mhm.
I mean, even not trying to push for 75,000 like this year, I mean, just in about 5.5 months, I stitched 25,000 stitches. So I
Right.
mean, that kind of gives you an idea of,
It's
it's
doable.
really
It's
not,
doable.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
so if
Any
anybody's
of the
cringing at the
weekends.
75,000, it's not as nasty sounding as it may seem.
It's not too bad. And, there's so many challenge groups out there now. There's the monthly magazine, there's the Ultimate Cross Stitch group. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of them. And I find for me, when I found that group when we were still out in Colorado, which has been 6-ish years ago now, I think, almost 7 years ago. Um,
Hmm.
and when
Yeah,
we were
because
living out in
we spent
Colorado for a year,
me and Kayla spent our first Christmas with you guys.
that's right. So I had gotten just as a little backstory, my husband's job sent us from Indiana out to Colorado, out to Pueblo outside of Colorado Springs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. But I couldn't do the altitude. So I got
Hmm.
sick. I was getting sick. So I found this wonderful Facebook group, and that really helped me a lot. And that's when I started counting and just and found some local stitchers at the library, and that really helped me until we got moved out this way. Um,
And then
but yeah,
and then
so
she brought me along a
I
few years
enjoy it.
later.
Yeah, so Michael's gotten back into it, so that's great. We talked about our plans. We talked about our plans for the videos. Super excited about our whip parade, so I got to get everything organized. Um, and I'm heading. So my husband and I will be heading next week up to Michigan. As I said, for to see our family for Christmas, and my sister-in-law's coming in from Arizona, so that should be really, really fun. So that's pretty much what we have going on, and then we'll come back for the new year and excited about 2023.
And to add on to my challenge, my year challenge, if anyone wants to join in with me, um, go ahead and just follow the videos, um, post post what your numbers are,
Mhm.
etc. Um, I will be adding our email and whatnot to it. So if anyone wants to email us their progress, if you're wanting to join on along with me, I can post it. I'll post everybody's progress at the end of my monthly videos, and we all can kind of kind of a cool group thing maybe. I don't know. We'll
Mhm.
see how it goes.
Yep,
But
that would be
yeah,
fun.
I'm really excited for 2023. It's going to be a
Really.
big year for me for cross stitch.
Yep,
I've come a long way uh the last couple years, and
you're
I'm
doing
really
great.
excited to
Yep,
shoot another step up. So
yep, he's doing great. So now I just need to get him to a retreat and we'll be great. Um, so what will we be stitching on for the next couple weeks? So I will be stitching on calendar crates in the car. I wanted to get some before the first and our WIPGO starts. I'd like to work on the Quaker Pumpkins a little more by Hello by Liz Matthews, um, Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut, and well, and Lady Justice I'm going to work on, I think, while I'm up in Michigan. So we'll be working on those on and off. What about you, Michael?
I'm going to be working on quite a few things. I'm gonna be working on some whips. So I have, if everyone goes back to our first video, I have one that looks like a cross. Um, I have, I have a handful of whips I have working on. I have a project for Kayla. Um, I'm going to be starting the Frederick the Literate by
Mhm.
Dimensions. Um, what's the other one? I'm gonna be starting Treasure Time, which is another Dimensions one. Um, and then I have three um, ones I am doing. They are ones I've generated. One I'm calling Prison District. Um, one is I've called Lugia because that's the name of the Pokemon. That's going to be a gift for a friend of mine. Um, and then I had one other. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's going to be another generated one. Um, so a lot of next year is going to be like, and me and mom have been talking about this for multiple videos, is we're going to try and make it kind of a work in progress year. Um, to try and try and get some of those things that we have sitting around, get them done.
Mm,
Um,
close to done or
so
done. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Especially the big
but
ones, these huge ones that I have, a couple of huge projects. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But I can definitely attest a lot of my stuff that you're gonna see next year. It's gonna be a lot of big full coverage stuff.
Mm.
Oh,
So
and
what are you going to work on?
another thing I'm really gonna be working on is Dad's Iowa thing. Um, I'd say I'm probably about a third to about halfway
Mm.
done with that one. Um, it's been it's been progress, that's for sure. Um,
Yeah, so yeah, that's another
but
huge, huge
I have a
project.
question for Mother Dearest over there.
Sure.
Are you going to join in on the 75,000 stitch challenge?
Of course. Should be no problem. Yes, I plan on joining you on that. What are you going to be working on between now and January 1st?
So, between now and January 1st, I'm going to work on finishing, first finishing the the Christmas gift I'm working on for my mother-in-law. Um, and then after that, I'm going to be rotating between Peaceful Shores, um, that I've shown a couple times on here as something I was working on. Kayla's project, um, and my and then the Iowa one for my dad.
Just
Um,
a little bit on each
so
one. Yeah, because it's just 2 weeks. Yeah.
yeah, just kind of probably rotate them, every few days or something.
Right.
If
Yep.
I don't do
That
that,
sounds great.
I'll probably finish the Christmas one and then maybe just work the rest of the year on the Iowa. I don't know. We'll see what
Whatever
happens.
calls to you. You go stitch on whatever calls to you that day or those few
Yeah.
days, or yeah, what makes you happy that day to stitch on. So, well, we just wanted to thank everybody for joining us today and
Yes. Thank you.
wanted to wish you happy holidays for the holidays that you're celebrating. Hope that you stay safe and warm, especially if you're in the snow states. Um, so, we will see you next year, which is kind of weird to say, but
Yeah.
we will see you next year. Please leave any more comments or questions. We would love to keep that segment going.
Yeah.
Um, and we look forward to seeing you on January 6th.
We'll see you on the
Bye.
other side. Bye.